Yeah, look, it's prayer water cocoa. You can jump up on it now, you don't need the pogo. Yeah, we diving off, bitch, we about to splash. All up in the deep end, but we ain't up on a boat though. We gon' stir it up some similar to cake batter. Headed to the top, no skipping steps and no ladder. These questions ain't some shit up on the street. Can't just walk around and put the faith inside myself. Got to work, stop the doubt. Trying to change the world, you better change yourself first. Living my life to the fullest, no round trip ticket on that hearse. I'm a star, so I burst. Entrepreneur, I got merch. Put your back against the wall and I can show you what you worth. We go in, we get deep. TLC the way we creep. Need a mop, need a top, cause where we spilling all the tea. This that prayer water, cocoa, keep me right in it weather. On my way to the promised land, can we get that together? Yeah, look, it's prayer water, cocoa. You can jump up on it now, you don't need the pogo. Yeah, we diving out, we about to splash. All up in the deep end, but we ain't up on the boat though. We gon' stir it up some similar to cake batter.
Oh yeah, what it do? Turn up? Yes, sir. It's your boy Jaloid, man, and it's going down. It is season 2, episode 3. Episode 3 up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? And we hanging out like we ain't got no curfew, man. You know what time it is. Prayer water, cocoa butter. Salutations to your family. I hope everybody is doing amazing, doing well. But you know, I gotta be honest. We ain't gonna really waste a whole bunch of time today. We ain't gonna really have a whole bunch of shenanigans to kick things off. We gonna go ahead and get into the word.
Let's get into the word. Let's get into the word. Wow. Let's get into the word. Fuck what you heard. We give it to you straight. No chaser with no cash. Let's get into the word. Let's get into the word, man.
Took me some time on this one, man. I had to take my time and kind of think about this one, this go round of prayer, water, and cocoa butter. Let's get into the word, because it just leaves you dumbfounded. You know, it just leaves you dumbfounded. It just leaves you frustrated. You got another situation that just happened. Another person of color, another young black man killed this past week. I believe his name is Daunte Wright. Forgive me if I'm saying that incorrectly, but I believe his name is Daunte Wright. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard about it. And, you know, this young man was killed by a police officer in Minnesota. I believe they said it was 10 miles away from where George Floyd was actually killed. So this is in the midst of the George Floyd trial. I mean, I think we just talked about this last episode. You know, I was talking about how I was enjoying, you know, the defense getting their ass whipped, and you got another situation. And it's to be honest, it's sad, but it's honestly one of the reasons why I just kind of taken some time, you know, because as I've mentioned before, this just kind of seems to be happening all the time. It just kind of seems to be happening like all the time. You know, there's no break, no rest. And that's one of the things about kind of things, as I mentioned, in opening back up with the pandemic. As you've noticed, you know, things like the shootings, you know, whether it be officer shootings or mass shootings, those things have all skyrocketed. So, you know, we kind of seem to be right back in the same situation. And for me, as emotional and as heart-wrenching as these stories may be, I always try to take my time. And before I make a comment on it, you know, try to understand the facts as they come out, you know, because nowadays, like I said, with everybody getting all their information from Facebook and Instagram, you can go off on the deep end. You know what I'm saying? If you just get your information, it's funny because Instagram has it first, but it may not always be correct. So you got to kind of take your time and, you know, peep the situation. And I'd heard, you know, hey, the man had been stopped because he had an air freshener, or they told him, you know, air fresheners are illegal in Minnesota apparently. And they had told him that he had an air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror. This is what he had told his mom. But the police had actually said that he had an expired tag. So what they told him, what actually was going on, that, I mean, I don't exactly know. I'm sure it'll come out. But it was sad. You know, the guy was actually on the phone with his mother, you know, let her know, hey, I got stopped by the police. He was in the car with another young lady, a lady friend of his. Let his mom know, hey, I got stopped by the police. They're asking me about insurance. And she was like, you know, let me talk to the police officer. I can get you all of the insurance information. You know, next thing she knows, she kind of hears, you know, them asking him to hang up the phone, in a struggle, you know, kind of starting to ensue. And she doesn't hear anything else, you know, but the guy wound up, as you've heard by now, being shot. You know, the officer claims that she thought that she was reaching for her taser. The thing about a situation like this, I kind of watched the video, and I didn't even want to watch the video. I hate watching stuff like that. I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I've seen so much, you know, and it just angers you and it just pushes you to an emotional spot that I can't even really get that involved in it, you know, these days, as far as like actually watching the video. But you got to do it, you know, especially if you want to make commentary on it. And I kind of saw the situation. I don't know if it was an accident or not. One thing that I do know is that a 25-plus-year veteran of the police force, how you make a fatal, you know, mistake like that leaves me mystified. And this is kind of one of the things that I think, as far as like the police are concerned, you know, it's just kind of clear that they don't really have the training that's required to kind of deal with these type of situations. And this is what people were kind of talking about as far as defunding the police, not necessarily getting rid of the entire police force everywhere in the United States of America, but just the police don't seem to have the proper training or seem to be qualified for all of these situations. And I understand that mistakes happen, but mistakes like that can't happen. Mistakes like that, when you're a 25-year veteran of the police force, they just can't happen. You know, this guy's dead. There's no coming back from that. And she's resigned. So she resigned. The police chief that decided to speak out about the situation and already called it an accident, he spoke a little bit too soon. He got home and saw they was flaming his ass up, you know, online. So he resigned as well. But that's not good enough. We got to have more consequences for these actions. For me, this is just a tough situation, because the unfortunate thing about this, and what you understand, is that it's going to continue to happen. You know, unfortunately, when has it stopped? You know, in the media, I feel, you know, obviously latches on to stories like this. They love it. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the media loves it. You know, it's sad. You know, they use it for clout. They use it for ratings. They use it for views. It's just kind of one of those things for me that it's like, we have to make a decision about what it is that we're going to do. You know, this young brother was scared, you know, and I saw the police officers. It wasn't just like, you know, she was a, you know, Caucasian white cop, female white cop, but there was a black guy out there. There was a black cop, you know, out there. And apparently she reached for the taser, shot the guy. He drove off a little bit and crashed his car, you know, because apparently he had a warrant that he didn't know about. I'm going to be honest. You know, I've been in that exact situation before. You know, I remember I had a DUI and I wound up getting like a parking ticket. You know, you can't get anything, as I've mentioned before, when you kind of have like a DUI. I wound up getting like a parking ticket. I didn't realize while I had my DUI, and my license was suspended. I didn't even realize it. The cop had stopped me. I was in downtown Atlanta. Same thing. Hey, get out of the car. And I was like, officer, can I ask you why you need me to get out of the car? He was like, I'll let you know when you get out of the car. I got out of the car. He wanted to put me in handcuffs. Say, your license is suspended. You're going to jail. And that's a tough pill to swallow. I'm not going to lie. It was not in my plans that evening to be going to jail. I saw that the young man, he had apparently, you know, they had told him that, hey, there was a warrant for your arrest. They had tried to put him in handcuffs, and it, you know, looked like he, you know, had no knowledge of it. And he panicked. You know, he tried to get back in the car, and, you know, the cop wound up, quote unquote, in her words, accidentally shooting him. You know what? The only thing that I can offer is just my experience. And I would encourage any person, especially, you know, young brothers of color, because to just try to relax, as much as scary as that situation is. What we got to understand and realize is that the alternative, so as scary as the situation, the prospect of you going to jail, right, for a reason that you don't know why. All we're left with in this situation, with this case of this guy, Daunte Wright, is to try to pick up the pieces afterward, because he's dead. There's no you're going to jail and, hey, we talk, we get a lawyer, we bond you out. We try to figure out why. Was your tag really expired? Did they stop you? Was it racial prejudice? Quote unquote, the air freshener? Was it the expired tag? What's going on? We don't have an opportunity to try to investigate that. I understand that it's scary. And for me, we got to start getting to a point where we try to think about what is most important. And I understand at 20 years old, that's hard to do. You may have not been through that situation. And it's tough, especially when a lot of people, young men, may have not been told that, may have not had the role models, may have not just had somebody tell them, hey, listen, this is what it is that you need to do. Because there's nothing you can do now but mourn. There's nothing that this guy can do now but be a memory. I'd heard about the case of the lieutenant, you know, the guy who had been stopped and was pepper sprayed by the cop, and he was doing pretty much everything right. And he stayed calm through all of this entire situation. And you can feel however it is that you want about that, but this brother was able to make it home. And I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying niggas need to be Uncle Toms and do all this stuff, but it's about making it home. This guy has a gun on his waist. These cops have already proven that they will kill your ass. They've already proved. We don't need to wonder if I try to run or if I do something, if they're gonna try to talk to me. We don't need to wonder about that. They've proven it. They will shoot your ass in a heartbeat. I know that young man didn't plan on that. He was going to visit his brother. He had a 2-year-old son who's going to grow up now without a father. But when they told him about this warrant, apparently he had a warrant for a simple marijuana possession that he didn't realize. And he panicked. And I appreciate all the things that people like Black Lives Matter and all these organizations have done as far as bringing attention to these problems that have plagued society for far too long. You know, the discrepancy as far as how people of color are treated and how they're stopped and how they're dealt with the police and different things like that. But I also would recommend, it's just my humble suggestion, that we need to have some knowledge too. Setting up some training as far as how to deal with the police. Because see, the fact of the matter is that all that rah-rah, all they were talking about, Joe Biden, defunding the police and all the people that, where's that going? How's that working? It's not happening. Hadn't heard nothing on it. So before we can actually get the police defunded or they get some of these cops to start acting differently, we can much sooner, I believe, impact how we deal with sometimes with these police officers. It's not right. It's not fair. I've been stopped by the cops in my lifetime over 20 times, well over 20 times. I've talked about it before. I'll never forget being in Atlanta one time. I was working at a bank. Your boy Lloyd, just trying to scratch up some change, going to school. You know what I'm talking about? Working at a bank, and I'll never forget. I was in Buckhead, Atlanta, nice area of town, had an apartment out there. And I was going to make a deposit at my bank, Bank of America. And I'm pulling into the bank and I see this cop, you know, and so I'm kind of driving up slow, but he's backing up at a rapid rate of speed. So I'm thinking that this dude is like literally about to hit me. I didn't think he saw me. So I kind of like hit the horn, like, oh, you know, shit. You know, I hit the horn. I kind of lay on the horn. Man, when I tell you this cop got out, white dude, gun drawn, lost his shit. Get the fuck out the car. Get the fuck out the car. Oh, you know, show me some fucking ID. Ah. And fortunately, you know what I'm saying? I'd been through that situation before. I'd had a father. In a case of mistaken identity, had been assaulted, had been beaten by the police before when he was a teenager. Due to the grace of God, number one, because I truly believe that. It doesn't matter how you talk sometimes or what it is you do, what you drive and what the fuck it is that you dressed in. You could still lose your life. You could still wind up in these circumstances or these situations. But I'd had a dad, you know what I'm saying, and dealt with that, told me, hey, son, keep your hands at 10 and 2. Yes or no, sir, with these officers, because it's about you trying to make it home. So as crazy as he was acting, and even with a gun drawn and pointing at me, as I'm in a suit and tie, just got off of work, roll the fucking window down. I said, yes, sir. Gave him my ID, my Georgia State ID. Let the guy know, hey, officer, I apologize. I didn't think you saw me. That's why I leaned on my horn. I thought you were honestly about to hit my car. Guy apologized. Damn near broke down. Oh my God, man, I'm so sorry. You know, I was headed to a call, blase, blase. Now, am I accepting that? Fuck no. Nigga, if shit would have went left or if I would have acted a different way or if I would have motherfucking tripped over a pebble or something like that, nigga, he probably would have shot my ass. So I'm not commending him for doing anything. The only thing that I'm trying to say is that I want to see more of my brothers and my sisters make it back home. That's it. Of course, things need to change. The way we deal with each other. The racial prejudice as far as why are some of these people even stopped in the first place. All of that. I'm tired of seeing this shit. These people have proven that they will kill you and that's it. Now, Dylan Roof and all of these other examples of these mass murderers and different people like that, they're either killing themselves or the police are buying them something to eat before they take their ass to jail. It's about that knowledge. I understand that you didn't know that you had a warrant out. I understand that you didn't feel it was right. Absolutely. And I know that fear. I know that concern. I know how it feels to have a gun pointed at you. I know how it feels to live in Pasadena, to get pulled over right before the pandemic had happened. I got pulled over driving in my car. Nothing wrong. All of my stuff, you know, insured. I'm like, what's the problem? I get pulled over by 2 cops, Hispanic, Latino. Hey, where's your license? I had grocery in the car. I had just left the grocery store. I was like, oh shit. I'd left my wallet at the grocery store. But I had the grocery with me. I said, officer, I apologize. I literally just left the grocery store down the street. I don't have my wallet. He said, do you have anything else? I looked in my glove compartment. I had like a paycheck. I said, here's my address. Here's my name. I can tell you where I work. in Pasadena. I can let you know my address, how long I've lived here, everything. Dude told me get out the car. Like I said, so I asked him, I said, officer, can I ask you why I got to get out the car? And he says, you just told me you didn't have your license. Now, obviously you understand the fuckery with that because you didn't know I didn't have my license until you stopped me. And it was an honest mistake. The grocery store I left my wallet at, I promise you, was 2 miles down the street. And I felt it was wrong. I felt it was doing too much. I felt it was racial prejudice why I even got stopped. But I seen it too. I seen it happen too many times. I just got out the car. So he asked me for my information and he said, you know what? We're going to put you in handcuffs. I said, you're going to put me in handcuffs. Man puts me in handcuffs and tells me to sit in the back of the car. And I got to be honest. I thought at that point, anytime, if anybody's ever been in any trouble or been to jail, when a cop puts you in handcuffs and tell you to sit in the back of the car, and nigga, you're going to jail 9 times out of 10. I was like, I'm going to jail at a minimum. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that. He ran my name, my information, saw what I was telling the truth. Apologize. Hey, we're sorry, blah, blah. Let me go on about my business. Now, on second thought, what I probably should have done is ask for the officer's name and badge number. But like I said, my focus was trying to get home. I'm tired of seeing brothers and sisters getting killed, man, shot in the street. That bond money that your mama got to raise up or your family, I promise you, man. I promise you. It's better than losing your life. And the situation is complicated. You got a lot of people who I don't think are making mistakes. I don't know whether or not this officer made a true mistake. I don't know. We'll see. If there are charges to be filed, we're going to get those charges. But we got to start teaching the whole thing. We got to start having conversations about the whole situation. And I understand that it doesn't matter. I remember when Dr. Dre a couple of years ago, somebody had falsely claimed that he had pulled out a gun in a road rage incident. They had Dr. Dre at his house, billionaire, in handcuffs. He had to explain the situation. Was it right? Absolutely not. But after you get out of that situation, you can find out those officers' name. You can file a claim. You can sue whoever this person was that made this false claim. It's about you making it home. We got a long way to go, and it's depressing. It's sad. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of having to watch videos and hear about somebody else being murdered, somebody else being killed, seeing the media glamorize it and tune it up. If you're an older person, man, let a younger person know, man, hey, listen, this is what you do when a cop pulls you over. Keep your hands at 10 and 2, ask the right questions, but focus on you making it home safely. Focus on that. And I understand you can't control all of your emotions and your actions, which is why a 25-plus-year veteran of the law should have known better. Why don't you take a look before you pull out what you thought was your fucking taser? Because you just killed somebody. And that's something that can't come back. You know what I'm talking about? And I want us to be here. I want us to have joy. Young dude look like, man, handsome dude, young cat, had your whole life to live for, a warrant for a simple marijuana possession. We could all been in that situation. So we got to have empathy. The people that want to make this into a race thing, this is a police. This is a empathy. This is a learning, a knowledge thing. This is a how do we deal better with each other type of thing. Because there's still going to be police and there's still going to be people getting stopped. It's not going to stop unless certain things change. You know what I'm talking about? But I believe that we can make it change. I can believe that some of this fuckery and this foolishness, man, these people losing their lives unnecessarily, it can stop. But we all got to join in together, man. As far as let's get into the word, I didn't have a whole bunch of jokes and all that, man. We got a lot of that. We got a lot of that coming up in the interview, man. Listen, man, continue to support Prayer Water and Cocoa Butter. We thank you and we love you guys so much, man, for continuing to support the show. You know where to find us, man. Catch your boy at Anchor, man. Catch us at Spotify. Catch us at YouTube, Apple Podcasts. It's anywhere where platforms are found, man, on all streaming platforms. And continue to support the show. You can donate to the show through Anchor. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. We got Cash App. We got all that. We do all this for you, man, so we can just try to continue to put out the best product and the best content that we possibly can. Just try to take something that you've heard and just try to help somebody. That's all I ask. Try to talk to somebody. Try to understand somebody. You a cop, try to have a little bit more discretion. You a person who's driving, you're a person who's driving, listen. Understand that, man, maybe this cop, who knows what it is that he's going through. But your mission and your objective is to get back home. Make it to see your loved ones, your friends, and your family. You know what I'm saying? It's about spreading that love. It's about empathy. It's about doing better, trying to understand people. As we said last show, these officers are supposed to be peace officers. You're supposed to be trying to help somebody. But we're going to keep it pushing. You know what it is, man. We got a phenomenal segment, All Up in Your Business, but respectfully. Oh, yeah. All Up in Your Business, but respectfully. We have comedian, we have entrepreneur, DeeCee Edwards. You know, DeeCee does a podcast. He does music. He's a musician, owns a studio. We get into it, man, just about his journey, his trials, his family, everything that he's been through, how the pandemic affected him, and just what it is that he's focused on as far as continuing to be a businessman, continuing to provide other people with opportunities, and continuing to grow, man. But you know what time it is, man. Do something for somebody this week other than yourself. Holla at your boy. Email me if you got something on your mind at prayerwaterandcocoabutter@gmail.com. But you know what it is, baby. Prayer, water, and cocoa butter. Your boy, Jalone. It go down.
Turn the hell up.
Yes.
It goes the hell down. It's your boy Lloyd. Another episode of Prayer, Water, and Cocoa Butter, and another segment of All Up in Your Business But Respectfully. All Up in Your Business But Respectfully. I'm here with a great guest. We got comedian. We got entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. We got chef.
You heard
we got promoter, musician, podcaster, DeeCee Edwards in the building.
Yes.
It is a pleasure, sir.
Yes.
Great to see you.
Great to see you on your damn birthday, bro.
Hey, listen, you already know what time it is. Your boy Lloyd. No, you had a very disrespectful video that you recorded earlier.
Yeah.
You also said some things at your house earlier about me being around the age of 58 that I didn't take kindly to.
I'm pretty sure that whatever you're doing is illegal.
You're
not supposed to be walking around inconspicuous like this.
Woo, it's a serum. It's a serum that I'll never tell anybody else about. I appreciate
I'm
you.
here now. This is your birthday gift. I wasn't gonna do this shit.
Right.
I wasn't gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Why was that?
You know why? Cause I've seen this show. I'm an avid listener. And
Brown and cocoa butter.
I've seen the things
Talk
that
to
you
me.
did to my brother,
Right.
Aaron Monte.
Who did?
You came on here, you berated him with insults. Okay?
Woo.
You had my boy Fudge on here.
No.
You berated him with insults.
No, that's not true.
And then the first episode was by yourself.
Right.
And you down talked yourself.
Yeah,
Then. How'd you manage to do that?
Disrespecting your goddamn.
Goddamn. Son.
Right, exactly.
Only
your boy
juice.
Jalon. We go back and forth. I mean, from Missy Elliott's uncle to, you know what I'm saying, a dark-skinned but talented cow with the bull ring, nose ring. Yeah. It's a lot of things that we do, but it remains at love and it remains at respect, right?
And you're the only 38-year-old who shops at Forever 20.
Right, exactly. It's actually H&M and Amazon.com.
Right.
Ross.
Amazon is where you get your clothes now?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
No, you need to check out the deal. I got tires off of Amazon the other day.
Tires.
There's insulin, but that's a dark portal that you kind of have to go through with
Yeah.
Amazon. That's Prime. So the last show that we were doing, that was a different era.
Yeah, that was another studio pre-pandemic. It was in Burbank. It had a nice little performance space.
Okay.
Assist wall where you can take photos and everything like that. Nice little podcast room.
Yeah.
Everything.
Multi-purpose.
What we really loved about the space is that we had enough amenities to throw Henny and Chicken, which is my comedy show that I've been doing. Right. And that you've had the pleasure of hosting.
Oh, it was a great time.
You know, you actually were on the last Henny and Chicken ever.
Yeah.
You hosted it.
Yeah.
And not ever, but last Henny and Chicken.
Last one that you guys did pre-pandemic.
And it's crazy because like at that point I was so like gung ho at comedy. I was just going heavy with comedy. I was at a show every night. I was doing a show every night. I was booking comedians, big name comedians. A lot of the people I had for the next Henny and Chicken now have been on Netflix and SNL. Yeah. It's crazy.
No, I remember you had like what, Punky Johnson?
I had Punky Johnson.
Okay.
I had my boy Malik B.
Yes.
Who's fucking with
Brian
Callen. And like heavy hitters, people who were gonna kill it. And I was so ready for that show. Yeah. And pandemic hit, and it kind of forced us to switch the game up, even with Pink House, because Pink House was so heavy in the performance and live event. That was our stream of revenue. We had to force ourselves into the studio, man. Right. It forced me to become a better rapper and better all-around entertainer and hustler, just entrepreneur. Right. My bro, CJ, you know what I mean, he's the CEO of Pink House, and he's an engineer, he's a producer. Yeah. And he locked us in. We all locked in. Aaron Gaston, shooter of Pink House. He does all of our videos down there. Nicole. Yes. Her and Shooter have been literally
tag teaming our podcast and getting our podcast shot, edited, and out.
Nice.
And since we started the pandemic, it's fucking dope, bro. But like,
Turn up.
I love the shift, but I miss the goddamn stage, bro. I miss doing comedy.
Do you? Let's
I
get
miss
to
doing
it.
comedy,
Let's get to it.
I
What
haven't been on
do you miss about it?
Bro, I miss the release, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I get a release from music, but I feel like I more so get a anger release from music. Because if you hear you hear how I rap. I'm just screaming in the mic.
You can be.
I'm just screaming in the mic. I'm a young
may
Meek
need
Mill.
to see somebody.
I'm a Meek Mill.
You.
Meek Mill rock star. Like, yo, if Meek Mill permed his hair and got a mohawk.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's just the grind of comedy for me, bro. Like, I miss the...
You appreciate that.
Being in the green room with a room full of comedians
Yep.
who know exactly what the hell they're doing.
Right.
And even, like, in the green room with a bunch of comedians who don't know what the fuck they doing.
Right.
It's still fun.
How easy was it for you to start to transition once that it kind of happened into like, okay, well now I'm going to make music more prevalent, you know, because you didn't just say, hey, I'm going to start recording music. Like you already had a studio, but you got a larger studio, more space. You started incorporating producers. Tell me about the musical aspect of Pink House and how that kind of developed to the point where it is today. Because I remember Peace Gang, et cetera, et cetera. Tell me a little bit about your musical journey.
I didn't really start recording music until I came out to LA. And I met CJ, and CJ changed my life as far as music goes. You know what I mean? He was my number one contact in music. Then I linked up with my brother Tanji, who I moved out here with, who now go by the artist name of Mose, who I started Peace Gang with.
Tanji, Mose, what it do?
Exactly. So we came up with Peace Gang, and we decided that we was gonna do that. The first time I ever been in a studio was a multi-million-dollar studio, bro.
Wow.
Paramount Studios.
Okay, yeah.
It's mad intimidating, dog. Like, I'm literally, like, the first time I'm really recording, I'm, like, recording on Party Next Door's time.
Right.
Like, Party Next Door left early.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm going in there right after this mic has been touched.
This mic's been hot.
By Party Next. Like, there's some spit on it. Like, and I'm, you know, like, trying to get the...
You're disgusting. You'll do anything for fame.
No, I was just trying to get the clout. That's it. And I'm like, you know, now Pink House is a huge fucking team from 2015 to 2016 to where we are now. We went from like, you know, just 6 people just trying to grind it out to like 17, 19 people staff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we got people on payroll now, like engineers and producers and
that's great,
editors and shit like that. Like, and you know, mixings, masters, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're having meetings with things like that, and we got our own studio. You know what I mean? So like, I credit a lot of our musical success to our ability to adapt.
You were talking about not only Pink House expanding, you know, to almost 15, 16 people, as you say.
Yes.
Peace Gang going from smaller to, you know, larger members back to smaller. How do you go about managing, you know, you and CJ being at the lead, and how hard is that to manage all of these personalities to try to achieve a certain and a common goal?
Well, first, I will say there's 6 managers, and we all lead very strongly, and it's very big synergy.
Okay, cool.
And there's no egos. So when it comes down to like an event that I'm throwing, like a Henny and Chicken, he'll do the door, he'll set the chairs up.
He'll do what's needed.
He'll do what's needed.
That's what's up.
When it comes to getting mixes and mastering, I will wipe the goddamn tables. What I gotta do, take out the trash. Like, if we're in a session, I gotta stock waters. Like, you know what I mean?
What do you do? What do you do when niggas say, DeeCee, you tripping, but you really feel like you ain't though?
I give it my all to their idea, so I can show them that either I'd rather be proven wrong if I don't believe in you, than to be proven right if I don't believe in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go hard with your idea. Right. If we decided to do your idea, I'm going to go hard. Right. And if it fails, I'm not going to be there to tell you I told you so, because how does that help me? Right. I'm going to be like, while it's going on, I'm going to be like, yo, look, if we could throw an audible right now, we could throw an audible right now. Right. Or let's get better next time. This is why I didn't want to do it this way. I wanted to do it this way because these issues I've seen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. This is exactly what it is. You gotta, when dealing with me, you gotta understand who I am. And you always gotta assume that I have your best intentions. And I have the best intentions all the time. Don't ever think that I'm out here trying to like fuck you over or screw you out of anything, because I'm never thinking that way.
Well, let me ask you this though. But how do other people know that though?
Like by my actions, you should know that. I'm not against you, bro. I want to win.
Got you.
You know
So
what I'm
you're
saying?
you're talking about close
Just
people
close
that you have a
people,
relationship.
Yeah.
Understood.
But like, so when I work with other new people, and I
Right.
get new people in my life, you know what I mean, dealing with that is just. I feel like I'm very diplomatic as well. I feel like, again, like I said, I'll do whatever it takes to get the team to where it needs to go.
Right.
But I also don't take no shit.
Here's what I would say: having an opportunity to be around you and know you for a little while, you absolutely can be very diplomatic and definitely have that element. I would also say though that you're very passionate.
Yes.
About whatever it is that you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
And that sometimes that, and I can definitely understand that my goddamn self.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, mama, for that last part. But sometimes that is not always going to jive with a person. Because for me,
No.
my passion always lies in, nigga, whatever. Let's get this shit done.
Like,
and
shut
do
up.
it as good as
Like,
we
shut up.
possibly can.
Let's shut up. Stop talking to me.
And unfortunately, sometimes people can take that as disrespect, or
Yeah.
they feel a certain type of way.
I don't understand why your
it
niggas would
can
ever
be
feel
like
that way, bro. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, yo, you my nigga, bro. Like, you my boy. Shut up, let's get it done should mean shut up, let's get it done. Not shut up, I fucking hate you and I hate all the things that you stand for.
But
I don't like
everybody's
why.
different, though.
I get that. I get that. And that's what I'm saying. I be learning. I have to learn. I
Right.
ain't saying I'm perfect.
Right.
I'm just saying, why the hell do I have to sugarcoat shit for you when you my boy?
Right.
Let's get it done.
Right.
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
Understood.
Let's get it done.
I've heard you mention this, and I was curious because I've had an opportunity to meet your wonderful mother,
Yes.
and I've heard you talk about growing up, but also talking about joking very hilariously about your dad trying to call your dad in jail or something like that. But what was your experience like growing up, and where does that joke kind of come from?
My mom is a single mother. She's always been a single mother. Even when
Okay.
she was in a damn relationship, she was a single mother. I don't even know how the hell that happened. My mom is a fucking independent woman, bro. I ain't never seen my mom ask or want for shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And unless it was me. You know what I mean? Now that she thinks I got money, she asks me.
Right.
But you know, I do my fair share of asking as well. I grew up without my pops. My pops was not there. He was always in the streets. He's a street guy.
This is in Boston?
In Boston, Massachusetts, yeah. He was a street dude. From what I heard, he was there when I was like 1 to 2 to 3, maybe. I don't know. But he was always in and out, and then he went to jail for a long time till I was 7
Gotcha.
or 8. I remember him getting out, and we had a little bit of a relationship for like 2 days, and then we wouldn't, and then you know what I mean, and then like he was a very absent nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like didn't call on every birthday, but if I got in trouble, like I might go over there and like stay at his girlfriend's crib while he did some other shit. Like this nigga was weird.
Right.
Also got 11 brothers and sisters right now, so I'm the oldest.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean?
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
You have wait.
I have 11
How
brothers.
many? You and your mom? How
No.
many siblings?
0.
You're an only child.
Yes.
Your father has 10 other kids.
Yes, and only 2 of them share a mother. Only 2 of them share a mother. The youngest is probably 1 right now.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah. So like the youngest, Camden or Cameron, whatever. I love him. I love him. He's a little brother. He's only 1 or 2 years old right now. My dad actually just got locked back up for home invasion and kidnapping and robbery. Allegedly. I ain't gonna snitch.
Okay,
on
right. Exactly.
I'm sorry,
Please, can we
allegedly.
wait until the
Allegedly.
My God.
The court case ain't come out.
Right.
My mother again held everything down. Like dog, my mom is the reason why I am as outspoken, as passionate.
Gotcha.
She's a psychologist, which is like something that I needed when I was like growing up. I was her best patient, nigga. I was always in trouble. I went to 23 different schools before I got to high school.
Wow.
And that woman never gave up on me, man.
What
to
were
the
you
point
doing?
where, nigga, I don't know, fighting.
Everything.
I wanted attention, and then I didn't want attention, and then it was like I was also bored in certain classes.
Right.
Like, and then I've always been this big personality, nigga. You know how easy it is to spot me in a crowd? My mom told me, like, so look, I used to dress loud, talk loud, and my behavior and actions is just loud.
Very loud.
So my mom said you can't have a loud ass hairstyle,
Right.
loud ass outfit,
That as well.
and a loud ass mouth at the same exact time.
At the same time.
So I've been trying to tone down my clothes. I've been trying to tone down my
DeeCee
clothes.
refuses to talk lower.
Yeah.
He refuses to talk lower.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Okay, we'll work on the wardrobe.
Yeah. No one means more to me than my mother, like at all. Like, I don't think I'll know a deeper love until I have a child or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As for my father is I forgive him.
Okay.
I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whatever it is what it is.
Right.
I'm 27 years old. There's nothing to do.
Right.
You can't be my dad no more.
He's
for real.
He's just
He's somebody.
It's more of an acceptance for you.
And like, so I think where the joke came from, Blue asked me, like, so have you talked to your dad lately? Like, did you call him? Did you try to call him and have a conversation with him? I'm like, I don't think you can call the jail, my nigga. I don't think you can say, hey, excuse me, Suffolk County.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you put Mr. Edwards on the phone?
Put that boy head on the phone.
You know what I'm
Put
saying?
that boy head on the phone.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you know, it is what it is with that nigga. I mean, like, I don't think he knew how to be a father. I don't think he ever knew his pops.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah, I don't think he knew his pops. I don't think, I've never seen a photo of my dad's dad.
Grandfather. On his side.
I feel bad for him, but, I mean, my main focus is raising these kids to not feel fatherless. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not a father, but I'm a great big brother, and if I gotta be the father figure, then I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And,
absolutely.
You know, I definitely want to make sure that none of my younger siblings have to grow up with the emptiness I felt like I did.
So you have a relationship with some of your dad's other kids?
All of them,
wow.
except for the ones that can't talk for real.
Everybody isn't able to conjure all these things that happen and try to turn it into something positive. Yeah. What is the thing for you that allowed you to not only be working on your own brand, but to also have it to be important for your big ass wild family, for you to have a relationship with all of these siblings? A lot of people would say, nigga, my dad wasn't really kind of there for me like that. Why do I need to? Why was that important to you?
Because I know what it feels like, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I do most of the shit that I do. Because I know what it feels like, man. I don't understand how you can go through some shit, see a problem with some shit, and not want to be the solution to that shit. I'd be an asshole to not, like, reach back when they reach out. I don't really even want them to have to reach out. You know what I mean? I want them to know, like, no, nigga, I think about you all the time. That's why Pink House is so fucking prominent for me, because it's like, I literally see a lot of entertainers and young fucking creatives come out here in LA and struggle just because they don't have the two things that I was able to find. And I remember, like just connections, and a sense of community. You know how hard that shit is? It's the simplest shit, but it's hard as fuck to just find somebody who's willing to say, hey, yo, Juice, I know you do a podcast. Right. I also do a podcast. Yeah. Here's some information on podcasting. Right. Exactly. Why is that hard for you, bro? Yeah. Exactly. Are you kidding me?
Well, I think that, and I think that's a great point, because the unwillingness to share information is so prominent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I understand why it is, because like to be honest, like I've shared information before, to be perfectly honest, and people did nothing with it. Yeah. So we gotta keep it a buck. You know, but at the same time, I'm always going to try to share that information. Thank you. Because I don't give a fuck what you want to do with it. If I feel that I can help somebody, I'm going to try my best to do that.
And look, here's the thing. Try your best.
That's all I can do. That's all I can do. And I can't force you to do nothing.
I'm not gonna fucking judge anybody for how much information they give out or how much information they withhold or whatever the hell. Your business is your business. Right. If you don't want to tell me how much these damn mics cost, Juice,
Right.
That's 90 times. You know what I'm saying? I need these arms.
Nigga,
for my
look it up
goddamn
here. There's a
podcast.
thing called the internet.
Yeah,
Nigga,
yeah.
look it up. Look it up.
If you don't want to tell me that, but you want to tell me this, then
Right.
cool.
Right.
At least you gave up something. You feel me?
Right.
I don't get it, bro. Like, and it's like, I'm also not going to act like, yo, every nigga is helpable. Everybody's not helpable.
Right. And
you
we gotta think about that
And you
aspect.
peep that, and
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Because you gotta think, DC, I'm sure there's a lot of people that have come up to you.
Bruh.
Hey, I do this and I do this and let's do this. And then it's like, we do this and damn, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You know, and so
I mean,
there's a lot of cappery.
A lot of the shit that I've done,
A lot of cap.
for some people, has come back to bite me in the ass. But, bruh, it's a learning lesson for me. It's something that college can't teach you. It's
Yes,
something you gotta go through.
absolutely.
And shit, I'm a better man because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I remember I talked to you about having an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Because I was dealing with a person.
Right.
And you looked at me and was like, nigga, you don't get your shit. That was the first time I ever seen you really actually look angry at me. You was like, you having panic attacks because of
Right.
people, nigga? You don't need to be, you know who you are?
Right,
You gotta be
exactly.
around these mother...
Nigga, get your shit together and give me a cigarette. What the hell is going on,
Yeah.
nigga? What?
Oh, but it opened my eyes though. But it's lessons I gotta learn, bro. Like I can't do for everybody,
Exactly.
and I can't always try. But I have to now use my discernment. I'ma learn with everything I do. With every step I take, I'ma keep learning. I'ma keep going. I'ma keep figuring it out. I'm not gonna sit here and say every day is a fucking sunny day in Penthouse.
Right.
But that's what family is, nigga.
Exactly.
Sometimes you go a couple weeks without talking to your mother after she made that one comment. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
You know, I mean, you know, when you gonna really start working? Like, when's comedy? When you gonna stop doing the comedy?
And what if comedy don't come back?
It was, what?
Mama.
What?
Please. Okay.
I'm just saying, you would have made a great
I'm
dancer.
working on this TikTok video right
Yeah.
now. Give me some respect.
Yo.
Let me ask you this, DC. What do you, for yourself, with your hands like a talented Pooh Bear, and a lot of honey pots?
Yeah.
What do you?
What the fuck?
DC, we're over here
What
getting
the
it all.
fuck was that? What is that roundabout ass fat joke? that you
No, that's not what it was.
That
No,
was
DC, no.
roundabout.
Pooh Bear has his hand in the honey pot, and for you, you're a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to the question as far as.
You a beautiful bastard. You know that, right? You a beautiful motherfucker.
The Pooh Bear reference was only you got your hand in a lot of pots.
Alright, cool.
You know what I'm
Hands in the pots.
Yeah, right. Now it's a thick hand.
Yo.
But no, right. I was out of line. No. That'll be stricken from the that'll be
Yo.
taken off the video. Take two.
Yeah.
Take two. That'll be taken out of the video. But what do you, for your success, and it sounds like you've been thinking about your path for a little while.
Yeah.
What do you define as like success? I don't know if that day is gonna be like your nose ring got a couple diamonds in it, baguettes, or I don't know what that means. What is that day for you where you like, you know what? I made it, nigga. Yes, I'm successful. What does that day look like?
When none of my family has to necessarily stress about finances.
Okay.
When I have the capability of putting whoever on, like I see fit on, and being able to be like, yo, look, I could take care of this, I could take care of that, and I could take care of this.
Yeah.
And let them go free to be a creative.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be a Diddy. I want to be a Rick Ross. I want to
Yeah.
be a Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
I love making music, bro. And I love comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never leave the stage.
Yeah.
I want, when I'm on stage, it's because I'm creating a platform for so many other people.
Absolutely.
That's what success is going to look like for me.
DC, I got to talk about this, man, and I want to know some more about what you've been doing. You guys are putting out, as far as musically, a
Yes.
ladies album.
All women's album.
All women's album.
I'm putting out an all women's album.
You say all women's album
Yeah.
that Pink House is putting out. What are we talking
Yeah,
about? exactly? What's
everything
going on?
is, like I have literally 11 of the most talented R&B,
So,
neo soul
singer,
rappers,
okay,
producer,
okay.
engineer,
Okay.
like all women.
Nice.
with the exception of I want to say probably AG, who is Pink House's head of production.
Okay, nice.
Manny, who's
Yes.
also a part of Pink House. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
He's been with us for the damn near the longest. And CJ, you know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Being like, you know, the head engineer. Everything else is just women.
Nice.
And the reason why I did that was because I manage a artist.
Okay.
Named Franks.
Yes.
And she
Very
is
talented.
one of the most talented artists I've ever seen. I feel like it's always hard for her to get in the booth with women. And I feel like it's always been super hard for women in the industry to make genuine connections. I just wanted to get some of the women I've seen and respected as artists and give them this platform.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dope way to launch our Pink House Studios.
Indeed.
I thought it was a dope way to give praise to my mother.
Because your plan was to name the album's name after your mother,
After
right?
my mother, yes.
Okay, right,
Kenyatta.
which is Kenyatta, right?
Kenyatta. The album's gonna be titled Kenyatta.
It's crazy, DC. We actually had an opportunity, man, to kind of start linking up on some music.
What you talking about? Talk about more than just a rapper.
It's been
that
going
project
down.
coming up.
More than just a rapper.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
gonna talk about more than just a rapper, more than just a comedian. Goddamn.
We gonna
You know,
handle
but bruh, it's so crazy too because I don't even know really how it started, to be perfectly honest.
Bro, I
Like,
was in the studio one day. I just hit you up.
I think DC. I have a background in music,
Yeah.
doing music. My boys,
Yeah.
you know, in Atlanta. Me and DC were trying to do some stuff in the old studio. So we've tried to like work
Kept
together
trying,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
We wrote a whole bunch of songs,
Yeah,
and then when it came down to getting the booth, for some reason,
just wasn't really happening.
yeah, it just didn't happen.
Wasn't really
For some
happening.
damn reason. I don't even know why.
Exactly. But I know once I was kind of hitting you up. I was kind of coming by as you had had the old studio.
Yeah.
Quite a bit more. I was one of those people who was trying to do things with people who
What
I
can we
felt
do?
were
Let's
trying
do
to do
something.
real
Yeah.
things.
Mhm.
You know, so we were doing voiceover work
Yeah.
and this and that
Yeah.
and podcast. You know, so we had an opportunity once you built this new studio in LA to kind of, you had actually hit me up just like, hey, Juice Man, come through. I've been working on some music. Just listen to it. And I was like, cool. So I popped up, pulled up, listened to the music. Like, bro, like, this shit hot. Like, y'all really got some shit going on with the women's album, some other shit. And it went from listening to music in the studio to you, hey, Juice Man, I'm recording in a session, pull up. To, oh, okay, boop, boop. Week later, we do a song. But boop, boop, to we've done 3 songs to 4 or 5.
We did
I
2
think we've
songs
done
the
10.
first night. The first night we did 2 songs.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then
Bruh.
the next day we pulled back up and we did another song.
Yeah,
And then after that we did 2 more songs.
yeah.
And then next thing you know, we like, yo, we got a project.
We
let's just
got some
do a
music.
project. Let's do
Let's
do
do
a
a
little
couple.
4-song.
Right,
project.
you know, a little EP series,
Exactly.
you know, in there.
And then now we have what 9
like
songs?
9, 10.
9, 10
Like
songs.
at least 9 songs.
We got 9 songs
That's crazy.
recorded.
That's crazy.
And probably like 2 or 3 that we still gotta do.
One of the things that I like about Pink House, coming here, recording with you, recording my own music,
Yeah.
getting an opportunity, this is a place where I feel you can get things done.
Deep.
Bro, like, get shit done, dog. Like, every time I come here, you know, I've had an opportunity to even just find that love for music. You know what I'm saying? No bad, like, come up in this bitch, get things done. You know what I'm talking about? It's a vibe, it's cool. You niggas candy around this hole. There's a bathroom facility. I ain't got to go on the pole like I used to in Burbank. You know, your boy, your lord. I'm a country boy. You know, we don't wait for nobody. DC, I asked everybody on the show this, man. Like we just mentioned, name of the show, Prayer Water and Cocoa Butter, bro. That's like, that's just etched in my memory and stone as far as like old school. Like the good old days.
Yeah.
What I came up on. You know what I'm talking about. What is that for you, man, that has allowed you to maintain your experience with the way that you were raised, trying to do for your mom, naming the women's album? What has allowed you, man, to persevere? What has kept you, man, continuing to move forward?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say family, faith, and love, bro. Like, family has been my foundation. I don't really like calling people my friends, my best friends, bro, sis.
Gotcha.
It's my family.
So we're not just talking about by blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
The family you choose and the family you you know, you were given.
Yes.
Faith is just having faith in sheer just belief that this shit gonna have to work.
Is this faith? Is this a religious faith? Is this just a faith in the product that you're putting out? What kind of faith is this?
Like it's a religious faith to a point where it's not. I'm not necessarily religious. I'm spiritual, but like I know I'm not just the one at the helm of all this. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the one that's just always like I may have manifested. Right. But I met you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And my life has been better because of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like turn up. Like I got faith that was just the right decision. It was the right thing to do. It was the right move to make. You know what I'm saying? And love, bro. Like I love wholeheartedly. I don't give half my love. Like it's hard to if I call you family, it's hard for you to lose that title. Right. There gotta be some egregious shit that you do.
It's gotta be foul.
You know what I mean? It's gotta
be foul.
And a couple niggas, there's a lot of niggas who know what that foul
know exactly what that means.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who may have thought I would stop loving them after they've done certain shit.
Well, no, I really thought after that situation at your house with the chicken, I thought you would really stop.
You was about to be out.
I was about to be out. So I'm glad that wasn't.
Yeah. I'm glad you got
right. Right.
I love just outward. You know what I mean? And I think that family, faith, and love, bro, is just like something that I've that's my foundation.
What do you want people to remember about you, man? You know, when you're working on a lot of different things, you got your foot in a lot of different stuff, music, entrepreneurship, comedy. What do you want to be known for when you step out of a room? When somebody, if you could have it your way, what would you want to be said about you after you left the room? What do you want to be known for, your legacy to be?
Damn. He's a man of his word. Whatever he said whatever he just said he was gonna do, he did. Okay. Yeah. I like that. Okay, no, that's good. That's good a damn enough. That's good a damn enough. You got a lot of people who ain't like that. Yeah. Absolutely. I can respect that. Like I try to make sure that that's something I live by. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. No, I can dig that. Man, listen, DeeCee Edwards, this has been one of the grandest, biggest, roundest, wholesome, and just thick with energy and love that this energy has just almost spilled out of its belly. Wow. In this interview on Prayer, Water, and Cocoa Butter for All Up in Your Business, but respectfully. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? We love you over here and we appreciate you. Please let the people know where they can find you and check in with Pink House. Yeah. We want to give you your props.
Yes. So at Pink House, spelled the right way. You know what I mean? You can see the merch, you can see the do-rag. You know what I mean? Pink House. Pink House Studios, Pink House Recorded Studios. Follow us on Instagram at Pink House Merch. If you need to get any merch, if you want to do-rag, a hoodie, slides, sweats, we got it all. And follow me at DeeCee Edwards, you know what I mean, on Instagram and everything. And please tune into the Pink House podcast, yo. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You can watch these in succession.
Absolutely. You can watch them both.
This is more of our podcast is more of a daytime, afternoon, like you just got off school. So
this is a younger Joe. This age.
This one is definitely more for you, slim, slender, and thick ladies of the night. Bread, water, and cocoa butter.
Oh my God.
Brought to you by AARP.
You gotta lie for that. We gotta lie. This is why we fight.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Franklin would be happy that you stole his style.
And nigga over here looking like an angry milk dud.
Yo.
A thick angry milk dud with dreadlocks. They can cook now. They can cook. I'm always gonna respect you.
God damn it.
But no, listen, hey D, yes, I appreciate your time, man. 100, bro. The best of success. You mentioned the word luck a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and edit that out because your boy Jaloy don't believe in it. You've been working for it.
Thank you.
You've been working for it, so I wish you the best in 2021. We appreciate your time over here at Proud Water, Cocoa Butter. All up in your business, but respectfully. With your boy DeeCee Edwards, man. It go down. Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging the booth. Look what it do. 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 Look what it do, look baby, who knew? We're like a dog watching dreams come true. Raising at Houston, Cadillacs cruising, South riding red in the North Candy blue. Baby, I'm blessed, no sneeze or high shoe. Been dating a little Asian, roll her haiku. I like them thick, but I'm more concerned if you loyal, cause you need your heart to be true. Not a Boy Scout, but staying prepared, not a piece of meat. Have some respect when you stare. Do what I do, keep everything moving. They want electric all up in my chair. I'm off the chain with no leash. Top 5, and that's just at least. Could've told, but no, I'll never speak. Groundhog Flow got this bitch on repeat. Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging the booth. Look what it do. 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 No ma'am, I don't sip codeine, but this kush so call it bedtime. Had epiphany that it was in me the whole time. Ain't here to flex it all, man. Little shit, look, let me quit. This what it do, but you already knew. Hot as a Cheeto and cold as the flu. She digging your boy. She fucking with you. Researching myself. Can't trust all the news. This slapping like violence. I need me a ride. Ain't into withdrawals. I'm making deposits. You do what you can and I do what I wish. This ain't no luck, look, I'm blessing a bitch. Fuck your little money, my family, they love me. My health doing better, I'm already rich. Work for yourself, don't dig your own ditch. No time for doubts, gotta know that you it. This what we doing, this magic we brewing. Look what it do, just telling the truth. Yo mama getting jiggy, we raising the roof. Do my little dance, get paid in advance. I'm a cheap bastard, but splurging